Hey guys, okay, so we're going to talk about our third way to multiply today. The way I'm going to show you, it is called, let's put our title up here, partial products. All it is it's just like our area models we've been doing right here, except you don't have this nice graphic organizer to help you stay organized. I actually prefer these, but the state of Texas wants me to show you this also. So I'm going to show you this, try to make it as simple as possible, but just rest assured, if you like this method better, this is the exact same thing. It's just in a better format, okay? So I'm going to show you this, but if you choose to work it the other way, I'm perfectly okay with that also, all right? So one thing I like to do when showing this method is to color code because it can get a little confusing if you don't use different colors. So you will need 4 different colors for this activity. Let me tell you what colors I'm using just in case you want to use the same ones. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use green for sure. Let's go with orange, red, and let's go blue. Okay, so green, orange, red, and blue. If you would like to use the same colors as me to kind of make your notes look the same, those are my colors for today. All right. All right. So when you're writing these problems, each of your digits is going to be in a different color. Okay, I promise it will help you stay organized. And I'm going to kind of write them big to spread them out so because I'm using big fat markers. So let's start with one. I'm going to leave my lids off and stand up my markers. See if I can do that. And let's do 4. So 14 times, let's do 52. All right, so when you do this method, you are still going to, let's say you're still going to do the expanded form. So it's the same thing as what we were doing here by breaking our number apart, okay? So this number is now going to become 10 plus 4, right? All right, because I just broke it up. Break it down. Then this number is going to become 50 plus 2. Because when we work with these multiples of 10, it makes our math a lot easier. Okay, so the number 10, let's start with your green. Okay, I'm going to write that down here twice. I know to write it twice because I'm going to multiply it by both of these numbers over here. Okay, so I'm going to say times 50 and times 2. I do not multiply it by 4 because that's part of the original number that it goes with already. I only multiply it by these 2 numbers over here. Then I've got the number 4, and I'm going to multiply it by both of these numbers. So I'm going to write the number 4 twice also. Okay, it's going to be times the 50 and times 2. These are the 4 equations that you would be writing in your 4 boxes. Okay, the exact same thing, except it's just not as pretty and put in boxes all nice and neat. Okay, but it's still the same thing. So now I'm ready to multiply all of these. I'm going to use that same strategy of find your basic fact. 5 times 1 equals 5. Mark out both my zeros and move them over. 500. My basic fact would be 2 times 1 is 2. Mark out my 0, move it over. Then I've got 4 times 5, which is 20, mark off my 0, move it over 200. And then 4 times 2 equals 8. So now I'm going to take, these are my partial products. That's why it's called that, partial products. And I'm going to add them all up. So that means I probably need to rewrite them because they're not lined up very nice. I like to go greatest to least when I'm writing my numbers. I think it makes it easier. I know I've had some kids add 2 numbers and 2 numbers and then add those together. Whatever you need to do to add these correctly. So then I get 8, 2, and 7. So 728 would be my answer for this one. All right? That is your partial product method. Let's do one more of those, okay? One more. Okay, so let's make this one a little bit harder. Let's do 36 times 77. Okay, so now I'm going to break my numbers apart. I've got 30, and I have the number 6. That would be my expanded form. I can even put those in parentheses if I want. And I'm going to multiply that by 70 plus 7. Okay, so I'm going to multiply my 30 by both of the numbers over here. So I write 30 twice, because I have 2 numbers to multiply it by. So I'm going to multiply it first by 70. Oh, I need to write that in orange. First by 70. Then I'm going to multiply it by 7. All right, so then my next number is 6, and I'm going to multiply it by both of these. So I need to write the number 6 twice. First, I'm going to multiply it by 70. Then I'm going to multiply it by 7. So remember, those are your 4 equations you would find in that area model box. Same thing. Okay, using the 0 rule. 3 times 7 is my basic fact, and that's 21. Mark off the zeros and move them over. So 2,100. Again, 3 times 7 equals 21. Mark off my 0, move it over. 6 times 7 is a little bit harder, but I know that 7 times 5 is 35, and I can add 7 more to give me 42. Mark off my 0 and move it over. Again, 7 times 6 is 42. Okay, so I have my partial products. I'm ready to add them back together to get my answer. Lining up those numbers in the right place value is so important on this. Okay, my ones place gives me 2. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, again, and 2. So 2,772. Okay, so this is another option if you don't want to draw your boxes, but I'm telling you, same exact steps, I promise. Okay, I'll even prove it to you here in just a second. But if you would rather use your boxes to help you, you can. So here, let me do the box method, which is called area models, for this problem here. Okay, now I want to prove it's the exact same thing. I'm going to do it kind of fast just so I can show you. 30 and 30, 6 and 6. So it's just like what we just did, 30 and 30, 6 and 6. Now I'm going to slide across, and I'm going to write 70 here and 70 here. So it's both of these problems. So when I multiply, you get the same exact thing. Okay, here and here. See? Those match. Then I'm going to slide my 7 across and multiply. I get 210. That's this problem. And then 6 times 7 is that problem. So then when I add them up, I do the same exact step as what I just did here. So it's the exact same thing, just written in a different way. Whatever one that you prefer, I'm going to let you choose on this, okay? If you want to try it this method for your work today, do it that method. If you feel more comfortable with the organization behind this, which I do, I like the organization here, then use that method. It's up to you today. But I still want to see your notes where you've taken notes on your partial product, okay? Awesome. Have fun. I love multiplying.